Some of the most innovative ones have been, for example, one web portal that has been developed by Kenyans called Ushahidi. Ushahidi means witness. That was used during our own post-election conflict to just point people out to pockets of areas that had conflict or places where people could go and find food or shelter. And now the same web portal is being used in Haiti to assist with the same processes in terms of where people may find food, how to find their lost family members. So it's just one of the examples of how the web has revolutionized social and economic and even cultural ways of doing things. The other has been web mapping. You know, a good one is the Google Maps, for example, where you have our government beginning to document our land, most of our land and how land is shared, and using that for our land reforms. You know, land is a very sensitive issue in Kenya. And in fact, most of our conflicts are based on, the right to own land, access to land, and farming it, and the whole agricultural. So a lot of our cultural and political issues are tied to ownership of land. So having web mapping, for example, helps the government to document and make the process of owning and sharing, discarding, if you may want to put it that way, of land, and implementing some of the land reforms that have been proposed. So there's so many ways that the web has contributed to, and will continue to contribute to our social and economic development. And I keep saying that the next billion internet users are actually going to be coming from Africa. And so that's one of the most interesting discussions here is to begin then, if we're going to be producing the next billion of users, then how do we encourage innovation such that using the web becomes relevant to us? So we are not just consuming content that is made elsewhere. We have young people and ourselves that are able to digitize our own content to make it cheaper for us and relevant as well.